Thanks to our efforts, the locale's seething with Northlanders who want to find our merry little hidey hole and murder us all in our beds. Yes, it's alarming, but it's also an opportunity. The search has left the camp at Ussingfeld Marsh lightly defended, enough for us to turn the tables on our rock-blood friends. I doubt you'll find their champion in his bed, but I'm sure you'll manage the murder part.
I'll see what I can do. Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to Warhammer Vermintide 2. Where I was thinking about my bad habit that sometimes crops up.
With a real challenge this time and no mistake.
The champion has lowered his guard by lashing out in anger. It shall be his last mistake.
Aye, it's another day at work, folks. Let's get to the killing.
Does everybody get one line? Nope, Carillion gets 0. I have a bad habit of rushing, which I'm clearly not doing, but that's because I got something in my eye. But normal, like I would imagine for like a game like this, it shouldn't necessarily matter too much how much you're rushing on. Oh, hello. Because really, it's just about plowing forward, and also enemies respawn. So, like, enemies, like, you can't just clear out an area.
Ah, you're getting the knack of this, Dory.
Isolation too often leads to heresy. If none had taken
So, like, the idea of taking your time, clearing things out, looting everything. Now, there's still stuff... There's still stuff to loot. There's still things to collect. So it's not like there isn't that. Oh, good one. Take that. Excellent. But for the most part, you're just fighting your way through waves and waves of goons on your way to whatever the next boss is, the final location. So the idea that, like, rushing on ahead would necessarily all have a negative consequence. Is there no progress in this direction? I'm guessing there's no progress in this direction.
Help yourself to ammunition.
I'll help myself to ammunition, thank you very much. The idea that you, like, rushing, could be a negative consequence in this game, seems problematic, especially considering the fact that I'm playing with AI companions, and they are just here to follow me. But I clearly ran into some problems last time, in which the AI companions just, for whatever reason, decided, you know what, we're not gonna do what we normally expect us to do.
Just open a scar.
Who'd notice a scar through that beard of yours?
Oh, hello. Like at one point, actually 2 points, one of those leeches caught up with us, grabbed somebody without myself noticing, and we'd almost kind of gone on without him. The first time...
Master Dwarf.
Just thought you'd like some peace and quiet, that's all. Spare us your singing, too.
And what's wrong with my singing?
Well, it's like to sing. That's no natural flame, it's a guitar.
I have no idea what his complaint was in regards to Carolyn singing, and also, I've never heard her sing, so that feels like a plot element that's missing a reference. Oh, let's pick... Now that I know what a concentration potion does, I will pick it up. Take that. So yeah, there was a couple points in which leeches grabbed hold of somebody, and I didn't notice until I'd moved on a little bit ahead, and then I turned back and I'm like, hey, why is this guy just standing there? The first time was okay. The first time I managed. I got back to the guy. He'd lost some health. Whatever. We get health back. The second time, I had crossed a point of no return. I'd dropped off of a ledge. I could not climb back up. And for some reason, my AI partners decided, you know what? We're not going to worry about saving our partner. We're just going to let him die. And then, for some reason, Marcus Gruber decided, you know what? I'm just going to stand in place and do absolutely nothing. But I think that might have just been a glitch. Oh. That might have just been a glitch and had absolutely nothing to do with my tendency to rush. But still, like, the fact that I was rushing on ahead without paying attention to the enemies I had or had not cleared off, including the special enemies, meant that I essentially had put my party at risk. My party of AI team members who are unwilling to help each other out. Oh, hello. Take a bomb. And some arrows. Nope. This would be a great time for... Oh, nope, he's dead. I was going to say, this would be a great time for the Shade class. Because these narrow structures, I would have been able to just kind of like stealth right through him. But...
I do believe you're getting better at this, dwarf.
Aye, well, takes a few battles to get everything flowing the way it should. And to spit that keg of ale you downed last night, I shouldn't wonder.
Ah, finally, we get a little bit of a story in regards to a discussion about the other players. But yeah, like, ultimately, like, this is still a game in which you could move... Oh, hello. We could move on ahead, but ultimately, you hear somebody... who's firing at us? That guy's firing at us with fire. Alright, so these specials are dealt with. Oh, shield guy. There we go. So yeah, like, this is still a game in which I feel the goal is to move forward at a steady pace while you kill everything around you. But if somebody announces that a special is around, especially a leech, especially a hook rat, it's definitely a cause for concern. It also kind of brings up something that has been plaguing the most of the comments that I see in regards to this game these days, and something a friend of mine told me about before I started playing as well, and that was the idea of stagger. Now I admit, oh, nice one. Now I admit I haven't played the version of this that came before. Like, I started off with version 2.0, which is the version that features a staggering amount of thumbs downs. So my experience with the game does not include a pre-stagger variation. I would probably have to look up video of somebody's playthrough of this game before the update if I really wanted to see how the game would have felt beforehand. Because there's something to be said about the actual feeling of the game as you play it rather than as you watch somebody play it. Well, as the game is played as opposed to as the game is discussed, should I say.
The war camp. Are we ready for this, mayflies?
Like, you could say that certain enemies can be...
Here, healing draft.
Oh, hello. So it can be staggered. Take that. But it's kind of like saying that the great sword is a little bit slower. Seeing it in effect. Oh, hello. There's a Chaos Warrior. And I wonder, like, which enemies itself would have affected, or if it's just specifically for the new Winds of Magic DLC. Either way, I get the impression that a lot of people agree with that idea. Like, the idea is that the combat in this game is expected to have a certain kind of flow to it. And that is about streamlining your way from goon to goon.
But still, you manlings press on, almost like doorway.
I'll take the risk willingly, Bardi. Someone needs to strike a blow for Usington.
Yes. So, I guess I can't really comment too much because I haven't actually played without the stagger. Also, I feel that some of the issues that are potentially impacting the game are also affecting a more higher level play than I'm dealing with. Like, I'm just playing the game on recruit mode. My character is level 13. There's still a lot more for me. There still will be a lot more for me to do when I'm done with this game. Whether I'm willing to do that, that is another story. But if I did, would I also be in that same position as everybody else? Wondering why I have to stop to do battle with certain types of foes, to stagger them off their feet rather than just cut a bloody swath through a new group of villains.
Another war? Well, no one said this would be easy.
The Rotblood War Camp. Ooh, more escorting. So instead of escorting a
We could turn the Northlanders' tools against
We'll
them
use their
and
own
their
battering ram.
defenses.
I think they were trying to talk at the same time. Also, oh, hello.
Leech is down.
Almost got snuck up on by Leech. Excellent. That would have been bad. I wonder if the stagger part is okay. I'm gonna stop making wagers as to what parts of the game the stagger affected. Maybe like these shield guys. I don't know. But yeah, instead of escorting a cart filled with explosives, do I actually have to be pushing the cart? Oh, I just actually have to be near the ram. Like, it'll just magically move on its own. It's kind of dumb, but I suppose it streamlines the experience. Otherwise, like, a player would have to just be like, you know what? This is not the part of the game in which you get to play. This is part of the game you get to push. And that's always the problem with those kinds of co-op experiences. When you find yourself someone's having to sacrifice somebody from actually playing the game so that they could interact with the world. Like, I guess in this case, by repeatedly swinging the battering ram, that prevents me from actually playing. But it's a very minimal interaction. It's not. Whereas, like, escort quests are classically bad. Also, here's a question.
Over here. Yes, have a good look. Sure, you've nothing better to do.
Like, if this is the unguarded version of the camp, how many troops do the Rotbloods have? Like, it's not like their camp is empty. Let's grab a potion of speed. I'm surprised that that axe did not hit me. Because this camp seems pretty crowded. Like, who did they actually send out from the camp? What were their numbers? Did they have immeasurable hordes to spare from their regular amount of hordes? And we got some. The ammo in the inner abode. That is a fancy way for a leader of the Rotblood pack to refer to their home. But it shouldn't be too much. Oh, damn it. I have to take the stairs. Do I want... Never mind, I don't get the potion of strength. Somebody else picked it up. You know, this has got me thinking, though, about a video game titled Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark had a very specific idea that I haven't seen replicated in many games. I don't know how well I'll be able to talk about it during a boss fight, especially if this is the boss arena. Oh, hello. But, like, the problem with multiplayer games is sometimes it can be tricky to acquire the right number of people. Jeez. That is... wow. Yeesh. Things have gotten pretty nasty here. Multiplayer games. Sometimes it's tricky to find the right number of people.
Waste of time and effort.
Oh, let this potion work.
To get people in order to participate in the game. Thusly, there is the existence of bots. Bots are not exclusive to Perfect Dark. But Perfect Dark has an interesting...
Weaklings, face me in the arena. I'll take you all on by myself.
Okay.
Now you're talking like a dory. Weapons on
Did he not take any damage from that? Okay, I'll bomb you.
Who else wants to try these south legs? Prove you're a true Rotblood.
I'm going to stab you a bunch of times. Damn it.
Slaves, my spoils.
Wait. I thought we were fighting me, I thought you were fighting me by yourself. Damn it. This is no, so he doesn't get damaged by... Oh, potion for speed. Damn it. Okay, let's heal up. Heal. Please, thank you. And strength. Excellent.
Start with these Southlanders.
Okay, there goes my potion of strength. Alright. So this guy's a little bit trickier because... don't worry, I'll get back to this thing on Perfect Dark that I started. Probably not in the boss fight, but after the boss fight.
Incoming axe mayflies.
That is a bit of a late, a delayed notice. Damn it. There we go. There we go.
Burn my scunner's dead. Silent. Ah.
Alright. Which way out of the camp? Oh, probably not that way.
Strike them down.
Probably this way, if I had to guess.
Bit hairy in there. But we got it done. Lone and
Huh.
safe.
Is this the way forward?
Is it me, or is this quiet more worrying than the noise?
Oh, yep, this is the way forward. Okay, so I'll get through the portal. Get out of here. Start the next level, which is the Skittergate itself. And then hopefully return to my discussion about Perfect Dark bots. There we go. Oh, that was the last arrow. What are those two doing over there? Oh my god. Idiots.
The time has come, people. The Skittergate guards have been thinned. The Rockblood forces lack leadership, and dear old Rasknit is off to hold some self-congratulatory victory speech. This is our chance to destroy the Skittergate. Now, just let me finish before you start screaming bloody murder. You must go through the Skittergate and travel to Norska. It's the only way, so listen carefully. If you don't do exactly as I say, you won't be coming back.
Seems important. So, oh, by the way, I switched weapons now that I finally picked up an elven spear, because it seemed like it would be pretty cool. So back to what I was saying in regards to Perfect Dark. Now, Perfect Dark, one of the reasons why I feel that Perfect Dark is superior to GoldenEye
What that bomb has?
is this is just one of the reasons, is its bot settings. Its unique bot settings. Is the bot settings in the game give it personality.
It will rebuild, aye, but it will never be the same again.
Yeah, I would imagine not. You can rebuild it, but they'll still remember the days it was a smoldering ruin. So, a long time ago, like me and my friends, we'd be playing Perfect Dark, and we would try to have, like, you could have the AI set to, like, just difficulties if you want it to be boring. Huh. There we go, and one more. There we go. Now there's a rat gunner somewhere. Oh, there he is. Hello.
The gunner's dead.
But you could also have... Oh, damn it. You could also have specialized AI things that include everything from somebody who just goes around and steals your weapons, someone who goes around and just hoards weapons, someone who just goes around punching everybody in the face. Like, there were AIs that had specific behavioral patterns. And I was thinking about that because wouldn't it be interesting if you were able to modify the behavioral patterns of, like, your fellow bots in a game like this? Now, for arguments, you could probably argue that the focus of the game is on multiplayer, and any resources spent on upgrading bots might be wasted. Ooh, assassin. And for that, I would agree. Like, the focus should be on the multiplayer experience. But bots are like the long-term solution to a lot of multiplayer games. Because just consider how many multiplayer games that exist that can't really be played because either the servers don't exist, the community doesn't exist. Oh, hello. Like, I've never tried, what was the game? It was the big 256-player shooter. I want to say it was Meg or Mag or Mig. But I never tried that. And I'm pretty sure that game does not feature any mode with bots. And if it did have... Oh, hello. Then it might have had greater longevity. And another reason for... Actually, I think that was the main reason for having bots, is to offer longevity in the experience. Like, after the community has left, after the servers have fallen, the game still is something that can be appreciated.
Hold on, mayflies.
Also,
I'm going to drink.
let's say you and your friends enjoy playing this game, but you live a busy life. Your friends live a busy life. You can't always meet up to play this game.
We need that gate open, and you...
So instead of just going to random parties with random people who you don't know, you could just play with bots and have customizable bots with their own specific behavioral actions. But those behavioral actions don't need to be complex. They could just be as, like... There we go. As simple as, like a character who always focuses their attention on specials whenever they appear. Who has to pick up every bit of ammunition they see.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Things are going our way for once. Could
And it's
be
bound to happen if you...
suicide, though.
You know, I think I actually kind of like the spear. Like, it's not as slow as the greatsword, but it's still and it also has a good amount of range to it.
This is unprecedented foolishness.
Ah, the brightness too high. Oh. Ooh. Huh. Okay.
Seems like the gods are with us.
So they live in the snowy mountains. The Skittergate, Norska.
Chaos warrior, just what we needed.
Yeah. It has a good set of attacks. Oh, hello. Oh, that was good enough. And there's another Chaos Warrior, it appears. Okay, and the regular attacks seem to do damage.
It's up here.
You know, I've got to say, The environments of this game are generally great looking, and this looks great.
Stay close, Lumberfoots. We'll enter through the back door and be gone before they know it.
Oh, sure. Good luck with that. So are we dropping down, or are we circling around this way? I'm pretty sure we're not going to be gone before they know it, because that's not how this game operates.
Fill your pouches and quivers while you can.
Huh. It looks like the... Yep, find the Skittergate key staff. Because it's very important to be able to find your way home. Also, I wonder... Yeah, I guess we'll be finding the people who were... the final boss in the game should be here as well. Or should I say the final boss of this campaign. Because they have released a bit of
The
DLC.
docks. That's where we find
Nagvik.
the entrance. And just as well,
I wonder-
my patience won't tolerate anything else.
I wonder if the Skitter... Like, I had assumed the Skittergate was like a portal to another dimension.
Blightstormer, skewer that fat swine.
And you could probably blame Warcraft on that one. Considering that the Dark Portal in Warcraft leads to another dimension. It doesn't lead to another location on the planet. And I could be wrong, but the way that it perceives right now, it just seems like an ordinary place in an ordinary time. Like the Skittergate is basically just a way for the rats to easily transport themselves from point A to point B. Which, to be fair, I suppose...
Oh, here we go again.
What? She's wasting our ailing again.
I was carrying it.
You all heard that, right? Can't believe how we let her get away with it all.
Maybe they should do something about that, my wasting of healing. But I suppose like the idea of having a portal that could get you behind enemy lines real quick, like, especially if your main base is deep in the nestled in the mountains. That itself would be an effective tactic of war when your main ability to travel is by boat.
Many of them.
Are you deaf? There's a Chaos Warrior near. Look at that armored brute. We're blatant.
There we go. Okay, that worked out really well. Oh no. Damn it. Nope. That is an effective combo. Considering he was able to just kind of push us directly into the Chaos Warrior. Ooh. And now things are getting a little bit dark. Okay, so not too dark. We've already done the dark level, I guess, and I guess the developer of the game didn't necessarily need to continue that gimmick again. Reach the southern gate. Ooh. Still, I gotta say, the ice in this game looks very pretty. Bay of Fins. Take that.
A strangler comes. We should kill
Oh.
it swiftly.
I should. Because my attempts that I've made in killing it one-on-one have not gone very well. Usually that just ends with me being strangled. I guess we go this way? I have...
By the
Holy crap. Take that. Oh no. You should not have attacked me while I wasn't paying attention. That is very, very rude of you. And for that, and that alone, I will murder you. Alright, there's one loot die. Is there another loot die hiding somewhere in your body? I don't see it, so I will move on. Oh, there was a leech. Oh, yeah. I just realized something. I completely forgot. What are you guys doing? Oh my gosh. Okay, so that was very... Remember what I was saying about rushing? So on one hand, there's rushing. On the other hand, there's your AI partners have all decided, you know what? We are going to be stuck on this ledge and unable to continue. Sorry if you get stuck by yourself. So I don't take too much blame on that one. I mean, I should have been okay, but I was not. Abandoned by my fellow kin to die in the snow. And then once I was down, they were like, oh, I guess we should do something. Still, this entire area seems very normal in comparison to what I was expecting. I was expecting more rats, for that matter, because wasn't the Skittergate? Like, wasn't the point of the Skittergate was because it was transporting rats? And these guys are all rotbloods, who I had previously assumed were zombies. Can I jump and attack? It is very ineffective. Oh, why, thank you, sir. I was...
Show yourself. We'll make it a quick... Revolting, but it could be worse.
I don't think the gatekeeper has shown themselves. They apparently wish for a slow and painful death. That, I can't really, provide. These characters only kind of kill in one speed. There is the... Okay, so I'm guessing that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to get the key staff, and then use that to close the gate on this side. The thing is... Damn it. Okay, I'm trying to dodge. What is he doing? Oh, he has turned into a monster. That might make things easier.
Spawn's dead. Better not think any more about that.
Huh, that was weird. It's like, he was a unique boss fight. And then he decided, you know what? I don't really feel like being a unique boss fight anymore. I feel like being a mini-boss that you've already fought a bunch of times.
Go! I'm right behind you. Back to better.
Alright. But the gatekeeper is down, so I'm able to move onward. Sorry, Victor, for repeatedly stabbing towards your back. Man, this game would be absolutely awful if it had friendly fire. Like, it would be a mess. Like, everybody would really have to communicate in regards to, like, what direction they're attacking in. And not attacking in. Huh. So this is the direction I'm traveling in, I think. And as you can tell, I guess I'm back in my status of just rushing through bad guys as my AI companions slowly make their way over. Hopefully they do not get stuck. Oh, nope. Here we go.
Strike for Sigma!
So I did some reading. I'm still incredibly unfamiliar with the Warhammer universe, but according to the extremely small amount of research I've done, Sigmar is the god of the fantasy Warhammer universe. Like, he was originally a man, and he ascended into godhood. I don't know what that gains me, other than some small amount of knowledge. Oh, so yeah, but I guess I just have to return to the Skittergate now.
The winds! The sorcerer torments them!
Where is the sorcerer? Also, which direction was the... Which direction was this Skittergate? Like, the mountains are nice, the glaciers are pretty, but like sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between what I'm looking at. I'm guessing the final boss fight is going to happen not it's going to happen before I cross through the Skittergate. Because that would make the most dramatic sense. Like, you're at this point where you're like, okay, you've got one last chance to stop everything. Oh. I think I'm getting close to it. Yep, there we go.
Mayflies! Use the gate control key staff.
Why am I telling people what to do?
Regulators. We shall let the gate wreak its own ruin.
What does a warp regulator look like? Okay, so I need to overload the generators, or sabotage the generators to the point in which,
Come on, Olympus! Are the regulators too agile for you?
the point in which the portal blows up, preferably when I'm in the other side of it. Otherwise, I will be left behind, and that is no good. Also, switched fingers because the index finger is getting a little bit tired. A lot of, like, this game is definitely a button masher. Like, it kind of reminds me back in the day of playing Diablo, and you had to, Diablo 1, and like every single attack was like there was no rapid fire. Huh, just escape through the Skittergate. Alright. Let's see if there's anything that's going to try to stop us. I'm guessing there is, considering the fact that I just found a bunch of healing potions. Or not. No big boss fight.
You don't think that would have been seen?
You know, I was gonna say this area looked a lot like an arena. Alright, oh,
It thinks it can save its precious gate. Too late, you
okay.
army.
That is pretty awesome. Okay, at the very least I'm doing some damage. Ah, damn it. Nope, nope. What have I got? I got speed potion. Good enough. Oh, nope. Now I'm out of arrows. Ah, they've separated. Interesting. So I do have to worry about them as separate life bars. So, bombs away. Nope, sorry. Alright, let's toss in some healing. Where are you right now? Let's stab Rattler a bunch of times, hope for the best. I still have, oh, ammunition. Fantastic. I still have, healing, which I will definitely use, and a bomb. And whatever this is, I'll just drink it anyway and hope it's good. Alright, I think that took care of the big guy. And of course, now is the appropriate time to pick up the loot die he dropped. Alright, where is the little guy? Little guy is there. And they're just... oh.
The shield is no shelter, vermin.
And now he's there. That bomb didn't do quite as much as I expected it to. Where is he now? Oh, there he is. You know, for a little guy, he's pretty tough. Whatever this potion is. And I've almost got him. Sir, if you could please stay still for like 15 to 20 seconds, that would be very convenient. Alright, oh. Loot die, loot die, loot die. Alright, let's get out of here and not die. Ooh, this is the only sequence in which the rats themselves are fleeing along with me. That's interesting. Okay.
Drag me up from here.
How did you... Again, I'm not entirely sure how that happens. Is that like specifically for AI? Or does that also happen to regular players? That I am not entirely sure about. Because I don't see anything that kind of allows people to get knocked in. Yeah. This is definitely somewhat dangerous. And also, that was a load-bearing portal. Take that. It's a good thing none of these guys know how to use a elevator. Otherwise, we would have been screwed. And also, pretty cool.
And that was the end of that.
And that's the end of that chapter. Oh, nope, we're not done yet.
This way.
A bit preemptive, if you still also have to escape. Oh, no. Oh. Thank you, piece of town, for
And
sliding
there
into
we go.
place.
The weave strikes a blow.
Alright, we're out of here. Glory days to the victorious, and the end of the Skittergate. But yeah, I guess that was Warhammer Vermintide 2. At the very least, the main campaign. And I gotta say, I did enjoy it. While there would definitely still be some things that I like. I would like to more. I would like to see if they could do more in regards to integrating storyline. But then again, considering these missions are meant to be replayed, like how many storyline really are you going to integrate into the missions themselves? It's kind of like Titanfall 1. Because in Titanfall 1, the idea was that, like, you were playing this online game, but there was still a story to explore. There was still this story that between these two warring factions going on. And whether you won or whether you lost didn't affect the direction, didn't affect whether or not you can continue the story or not. The story continued regardless. So that story element always kind of felt distant to the player. So if this game had more character development or plot development, like I guess it would make more sense here because it's not a versus mission. It's a PvE. So you could have that plot development, but if you're always playing the same levels again, then it becomes the case of Hogger's Bridge, where you're just hearing the same plot elements and dealing with the same plot twists and character developments over and over again as you're playing the different matches on higher difficulties, different settings, trying to get different tomes, grimoires. So, trying to accomplish different challenges. So, on that level, they might not work so well, but at the same time, let's say you're playing the game for the first time. Maybe for the first time,
Just another glorious day.
The game's able to kind of like create that scripted playthrough. Or perhaps say there's a separate story mode that's just single player with bots, because that's what I did. More or less. And that single player version is the same maps, the same objectives, but it's more scripted. So it has that kind of like deeper story mode, and then it goes into these missions based on the areas that you explore. And I think it would have been nice, especially considering the rich universe this comes from. Because otherwise, like most of the time, my only interaction with the universe is hit bad guy with weapon. And my knowledge of these bad guys, my knowledge of the world is through the slang these characters refer to the bad guys. I know what a gutter rudder is because of that. I know what a leech is because of that. A rot blood. So, at the very least, I've walked out of here with a slightly increased knowledge of the Warhammer fantasy universe. And perhaps a little bit greater appreciation for the material. So then there's that. As for the gameplay itself, like, I've heard it referred to as like Left 4 Dead, but with swords and shields. And for the most part, that is an accurate statement. Although I have to say that I prefer this game over Left 4 Dead, largely because, like with Left 4 Dead, there's no there's nothing to gain. Like, you do the level, you finish the level. You do the level again, you finish the level again. It's all, it's very, there's no growth. Whereas here, like, even though I'm sure if I kept playing, it would definitely become more of a grind. If you enjoy playing the game, then surely I would imagine the grind would be worth it. At the very least, like, you don't have to unlock every character. I would imagine I might push forward more as Carillion, level up. I've still got tons of more talents to unlock. I got plenty of... Oh, I'm definitely not going to get that far. Of difficulties to play through. So it has that replayability that Left 4 Dead has, but it also has the progression system to drive it, which makes it a little bit more interesting. Also, I don't believe you could play... Can you play Left 4 Dead by yourself? I'd have to go back and take a look. But yeah, it has that progression system that drives the game. Also, I believe this game has many more maps. But I haven't checked. Either way, the end times have been stopped. A new day has dawned upon the land. And everybody is happy, except for that guy, who is still stuck behind a table. Forever. Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.